Afternoon, Scouts. Today we're going to try some experimental baking with MrNick. We're going to try and make a sourdough starter. Problem with most starters is you're supposed to make it and then every day throw away half of it and put more stuff in. That's very wasteful. And a scout is thrifty. So what we're going to try is starting small. So we're going to start with a tablespoon of flour into a big mason jar and a tablespoon of water into the same jar. And give it a swirly, whirly, whirly. And then we're going to cover it with a kitchen towel and a ring. And we'll let that set for a day. And we'll come back then. Hey Scouts, this is day 2. I decided to use a paper towel instead of the kitchen rag. Alright, so today we started with 1 tablespoon of flour. So today we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. And 2 tablespoons of water. Wait, framing. Alright, we'll add a little bit more because those were very puny. Alright, and then we're going to put our paper towel back on. We'll hold it. Sorry. Put the thing on. Do some swisher, swisher, swisher. And we'll check in tomorrow on day 3. Hello, Scouts. This is day 3 of our sourdough bread experiment. So day 1 was a tablespoon of flour and a tablespoon of water. Day 2 was 2 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons. Day 3 is 4 tablespoons, which is roughly a quarter cup. So we're just going to jump to a quarter cup. All right. So grab a quarter cup of flour and we put it in. And we're going to grab a quarter cup of water. We're going to put it in. All right. And we're going to mix it up, cover it up with a paper towel, and let it set for another day. Now, this has already started to work, and it kind of has a smell to it. Depending on the flour that you use, your smell may be different. Mine smells kind of like mayonnaise, kind of like sourdough. I've heard of it smelling like apples and all kinds of stuff. If it smells like turpentine or paint thinner, then dump it out and start over. We'll see you tomorrow. Hello, Scouts. We are now on day 4 of a sourdough starter experiment. So yesterday was a quarter cup of flour, so today is a half a cup of flour. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, we got it in. Didn't spill any. Ha ha ha. And a half a cup of water. It is not easy to film and pour and look and stuff. And we'll give it some shaky. Now, I don't know if you saw in the first little bit in the beginning, but there was little bits of bubbles in this. We were starting to get some bubbles. So now, what I'm going to do is cover it back up. I know, big surprise. But I'm actually going to store it in the refrigerator this time. And then we'll see you tomorrow. Bubbles. We are on day 5 and our starter definitely has some bubbles. That's a good sign. That means there's things that are alive in there. It smells a little sour, kind of like sourdough, or maybe like a little lemony, maybe. Definitely kind of sour. Day 5. So we're going to do a cup of flour and a cup of water. Right? Just keeps doubling. So we're going to see if we can make this happen.
I know this looks like a lot of flour, but I actually measured it. It's maybe like a rounded cup. There we go. And I didn't do too bad. And a cup of water. There we go. So, yeah, let's see tomorrow.
Hello, Scouts. So this is day 6. It's the last day that we're going to be feeding our starter. Tomorrow we're going to actually start working on making bread. So yesterday was 1 cup. Today will be 2 cups. So we have a cup and a second cup. And these don't have to be super precise. And then 2 cups of water. We'll do some mixing, and tomorrow we'll actually make bread. Kind of. Oh, Scouts, we are on day 7 of our sourdough bread. We're going to form the loaf, and then we're going to let it sit overnight because I got to this kind of late. You could definitely do this in the morning on day 7. So on day 8 for us is when we will actually bake. But step 1 is to take all of this, and I'm going to pour it into a big bowl. Gloppy, gloppy, gloppy. Gloopy, gloop. All right. And what you want to do is you want to take 1 tablespoon of this, clean this jar, and put that 1 tablespoon back into this jar with 1 tablespoon of fresh flour and 1 tablespoon of water, and you start the process over. So you'll rejoin me after I have done that. Okay, Scouts, so here is my starter starting up again. So that's a tablespoon of the old starter, a tablespoon of flour, and a tablespoon of water, and I will do a little bit of mixy and start this process again. This will give me a couple of loaves every week. You could very easily take the starter that you had and take half of it and make a loaf, and then you could make a loaf every day with that. But if you're going to keep your starter, you're supposed to feed it roughly twice what it is every day, which is why most starter recipes have you discard about half of it every day. So next is to put some flour into this. So I'm going to start with about 2 cups, and I'm going to use the machine to mix it because I'm not sure exactly how much flour we're going to need. And it's been a long day, and I don't want to do this by hand. You could very easily do this by hand, and I have done that many times. It's not that difficult. I'm just tired. So we'll rejoin in just a minute. A mixing we go. We're going to add flour until it makes a nice, smooth, soft dough. We'll check back in a couple minutes. So this has been mixing for about 2 minutes, and it, I don't know if you can see that, is still very sticky. Super duper sticky, super duper wet. So we are going to try 1 more cup of flour. And I think that this is probably going to take between 3 and 4 cups. So we'll mix some more, and we'll bring you back in. While you are kneading it, it will go from what looks like really dry, and then as it all incorporates, it will get very wet again. we're going to add another cup of water. This has been mixing for another about 2 minutes. Oh, slow it down. Too fast. I'm making a mess. We'll bring you back in a couple minutes. So it has been another couple of minutes, and this is a good sign. You can see how it pulls away from the bowl. If you're doing this on the counter, then as it's on the counter, it will start to, instead of just completely sticking, kind of like it does inside right there, it will start pulling away. We're talking about in there. It'll do that on your counter, and then after a while it'll actually start to pull away just like it is in here. And if I touch this, it's still sticky. Alright? And it's kind of stiff like the muscle on your forearm. Alright, so we're going to let this run for another minute or two. It might need a little bit more flour, but we're pretty darn close. Okay, so it has cleaned really well from the bowl. Cleaned itself out pretty good. Does not stick much to my finger. It does a little bit. I'm going to add about a half a cup. About a half a cup. Not even all that. I'm going to let this go a little bit more, and then we'll just let it rest. We'll bring you back for that. Okay, so we ended up putting 4.5 cups of flour after we dumped the entire can of jar of starter into this bowl. And this is actually kind of a big bowl. If you have a smaller mixer, you'd want to maybe split it in half. If you're doing this on the counter, sky's the limit. This one here, it's kind of soft, a little bit softer than maybe your forearm. Maybe like a stiff bed or a really hard pillow. Softer than the cushion of your car seat, maybe. So that's what you're looking for. You don't want it to stick to your finger. And it's going to pull away from the bowl when it's mixing. Right now it's stuck really good because it's been sitting. It will pull away from the counter if you're doing it on the counter. You could still add more flour to this and make it even less sticky. And you can totally bake it when it is way more sticky. So I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap. I'm going to let it sit overnight just on the counter. And tomorrow we bake. I forgot probably the most important ingredient in bread. Salt. So this has, with the starter and everything else, between 5 and 6 cups of flour. General rule of thumb is a tablespoon of kosher salt for 4 cups or so of flour. So this is a little bit over a tablespoon. If you're using table salt, then you get more salt in a tablespoon than you're using kosher because of the bigger and smaller crystals. So you'd want to use less. Mix this in and then cover and rest. Hello, Scouts. It's the next morning. The dough did not rise like I would have thought it would, but it was cold last night, so that could have had something to do with it. Taking it out of the bowl, I'm going to divide it in two and make 2 round loaves. We'll pick up there. Now to let them rise one more time before we bake. We'll pick up at that point. So here we have it, Scouts. I ended up putting them into 2 bread tins because I didn't like how they were falling flat. But it worked. So give it a try. You put equal amounts of flour and water, and every day you double what you have. After 5 or so days, you take it and you dump it into a bowl and you add in enough flour so that it's together and not too sticky. And then you bake it. Good luck. Post your results here. Be awesome. Keep scouting.